What's up, everybody? Welcome. You are listening to the Bush League Show. My name is Jordan Ward. I am sitting alongside Big Mike. Big Mike, what's going on, dude?
What up?
Oh yeah, really bringing the energy today. We're gonna have an incredible show. All right. Before we get started, though, Mike, you got any plugs?
Let's see. I'm doing a show October 18th at the Skylark Lounge, produced by Jeremy Neighborhouse. Al Jackson will be the headliner. I'll be doing a little special guest spot. Hopefully, do about 10 minutes. But that's all I got coming up. I work. Well, I actually, I work at the Improv. I should probably plug our shows. The Denver
Probably.
Improv, one of the top comedy clubs in Denver. The Improv. It's literally probably the most famous chain of comedy clubs in the world. But we've got a few shows this week. Morgan J. Tomorrow, when he's doing one show night, it'll be a funny show. We got some great comics on that lineup, dude. That's going to be great. We've got a adult magic show on Thursday. I think his name's like Eric Eaton, the Magic of Eric Eaton.
Okay. Pause. An adult magic show?
I
Like,
don't know.
like
It's
he's
like
gonna make his cock disappear? It's like,
that's what I'm hoping.
Inside
I'm like,
of
yo,
you.
dude, if this dude doesn't like put his dick in like a box and like take a hacks and like
then I
like,
want my $10
I want
back.
my honestly, bro. Like, and I wanted to see him do it flaccid. I don't want any,
That
what
makes
I'm
it
saying?
like even a closer shave if you know what I'm
no
talking
homo.
about.
But yeah, you know what I mean.
I mean, it's just like that show Naked Attraction on HBO Max, or I guess it's just Max now.
Never heard of it.
Oh, it just came out. It's a British show. Then there's just like
Oh, it's British.
6 contestants. It's a British dating show. 6 contestants, and they're behind this like glass wall, and they slowly but surely like raise the window. But the first thing you see are just a bunch of dicks, flaccid dicks, and sometimes the people are bi, so you see women's vajays too. So
What the fuck is wrong with our world? Jesus fucking
it's the
Christ,
Brits,
bro.
man.
We are
Come on,
so-
it's they're like,
I mean,
we got all ideas. We've stolen everything else from everybody else.
No, because okay, well, there is a
Funny, isn't it?
there's a couple of like media outlet, production companies, and they do YouTube videos, and they do something. They've done things like that, of where they'll have a group of people, and then they haven't been like completely naked, but they'll like have people like a group of girls or like a one guy or a girl judge people by like just their feet, and then it'll keep going up, and then they'll show the rest of their legs, and then they'll like have underwear on, and it'll go up, and then it'll just be the waist, and they'll literally sit there, and they're eliminating people round by round by just one more level of their body. It's the most ridiculous, dog. Like when I say that's the shit that I'm like, yo, we're rotting.
I've got
Human
an idea.
race is completely fucking rotting itself, and we're just hi being entertained and letting it happen, man.
Y'all need Jesus.
Yeah, basically.
No, but I was gonna say I did have a really good idea for
Mm.
for that. Let's do that show, but with a kink fetish. So it's like one dude who really likes feet, and they just show feet, and he just loses his mind. He's like 3, 3. They're like, we haven't even showed you like the ankle. 3, and they pull it up, and it's just like some dude with really nice legs, and that's it.
Oh
Don't
my
kink shame
God.
people. But yeah, that sounds awesome.
No, I
The
think
adult
no.
magician.
Forget. It's called a kink and fetishes for a I don't get. No, bro. I don't care what anybody does. I really don't, bro. And because people, I understand. We're all different. We all like different things, bro. Like that's an obvious thing for human just life and connection. But man, keep that shit to yourself, dog. What the fuck? Nobody, bro. What?
It's the internet.
Like
If
I
the
know,
internet
but it's
made it
gotten past
widely
the internet
acceptable,
now.
it's-
Well, I know, bro. It's like this one dude is talking about the Brits, bro. Is this one dude? He's got like this baby fetish thing, right?
Yes, it's like he
wants
poops in his diaper or whatever.
He literally wears a diaper. His girl changes it for him. She like will like cuddle him, and he like he wears a pacifier, bro. And then like he's sitting there, and they're like, yeah, it was a secret for years, and then I started being more public about it. And dude, seriously, he's like, I don't know why why people look at me like I'm so weird, like I'm this. And I'm like, what the fuck do you mean? Because the thing is, it's like, not everyone looking at you is looking at, oh, this fucking freak. They're just like, what the fuck? Because they have to, these people they'll do this shit right and then just act like
It's normal.
it's normal and people have been doing it. And it's like, no, man, you have to accept that what you're doing is you're still like, it's still very taboo. Not saying you shouldn't do it. Most people aren't saying you shouldn't fucking do it. It's just like, don't
Like, keep it to yourself, you know? Like,
or, you know, I mean, this dude's literally on the bus trying to get breastfed, like grabbing at his girl's tits to get. He's a grown like this dude's like 30 something,
does his girlfriend
and everybody on
lactate?
the bus is like, "What? No,
I wonder if that would like trigger something.
dog." That's what I'm like. Come on, man. Like people, he's just no.
And you know what? I'm just gonna say it. It's always the white people. You know,
Hey, bro, hey.
the very first
I can't-
kink video that was publicly shared that I saw, it was on TV.
Mm-hmm.
It was about some dude who was in love with his car, had a relationship with his car.
Mm-hmm.
There's just some milk toast looking guy.
Like the thing is, 5 years ago, I would have been like, yeah, it's always. But the internet has exposed a lot, and I would say it's closer, like 95% all white people. It's majority, yeah, majority of white people do it, and I think it has to do with a level of comfortability,
That's
especially
fair.
here in
Yeah,
America,
okay.
in Western society. You know, white people, they've been comfortable
We're on top.
for years. So it's like, you know, well, we can, you know, I'm gonna do all this, and it's like black people, most of us, we're just trying to like
Survive.
dude. So it's like the fact that to even think about doing something like that where society would ostracize us even more, it's like, why the fuck would. And then we see this and see white people getting away with, or like people getting away with it, and it just
No, you said it right.
I don't I hate, because it's not always just, you know.
Well, correct, but like my anecdotal evidence.
I love how you're
says
the
it
white
is.
guy and you're like, no.
I'm doubling down on this for you. White people, we got so bored of conquesting that we were just like, let's just conquest kinks now.
Like
Let's-
saying nigga just wasn't enough anymore.
Whoa,
Like,
this is a clean
Y'all-
podcast. The kids are gonna be listening to this.
y'all needed something, another level of adventure. They're like, man, they don't hate us. They don't beat us up as much as they used to when we said it. Like, I swear, like it
They
was a
listen to
game.
our songs
the only reason y'all
unironically.
ever said nigga was because y'all needed some like excitement in life. And, like, ooh, I know I can get Tyrone to chase me now. Like, and most people like, bro, I don't get mad anymore when I hear a white person say the N-word. Do I think it's acceptable? No, not at all. But I don't get mad anymore, dude. Coming from out, like the amount of times that I've had it said to my face with the hard R, very obviously racially motivated, and it's like, even in those moments, yeah, I got angry, I got mad, and actions were taken, but even at that age, it was like, even when I was younger, it was just afterwards, it'd be like, why did I give that idiot my energy?
Right, yeah.
Why did I allow someone that's that ignorant
Took that power.
that took that power? I'm like, I can't give that power anymore. So now what I do is I literally take it away. If someone, most of the time, if I hear a white dude, like, if they say just nigga and it's a slip up and like they're like saying it in a friendly manner. I said I'm from Alabama. I had white friends that grew up
Right.
in the same poor neighborhoods, all black kids, and they said nigga. So I'm kind of used to that. I hear it, and I'll look at you because I heard it, and I'll laugh. I'm like, you motherfucker, and people get, oh my god, and I'm just dying laughing. I don't say anything. I'm just laughing because I'm like, you know, whatever. But I mean, it'd be on the streets, and I'll hear people yell out hard, and I'm just like, I laugh now at that. I laugh at that now because it's like, you want to get this rise out of me, but what you're getting is, and it gets them so much more mad, and they say it worse and worse, and they get louder, and it just makes everyone else, like, it's happened a couple times, and then all the attention starts to like, oh, they're looking, and they see this one black guy who's just like entertained, and then someone else is snapping, and they look completely foolish. Everyone is like, oh my god, this idiot, like, what's wrong with you? And someone else, and it's 2023.
Yeah, and then they
I
add up
don't
on
have
TikTok.
I don't have to do anything. If I'm in public and someone calls me the N-word, I don't have to lift a finger.
That's true.
Because there's definitely some white person within earshot that's going to come to my rescue.
Mike, I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting mad hearing you talk about I don't really care when white people say the N-word because it's been so normalized to me. I'm like, bro, that's the thing that's wrong.
There's a lot of black people that are gonna try to, but it's like, I'm not gonna sit here and hit every single fucking white man in the face.
I will.
That is less intelligent than me. Like when
Fair,
that happens,
fair.
when I hear that, I'm like, oh, you're
Ignorant.
You're ignorant. No wonder that they did DNA tests on white people and y'all are the closest to Neanderthal DNA. Like that's the shit that goes through my mind, and I say it, and I say it out loud too. Like I'm like what, bro? Why?
Okay. All right. I'm with you.
Because if I could, I could easily snuff any.
Well,
single
yeah,
person.
no shit. And
So it's like
I've got 2 rules. Rule 1 is you don't say the N-word. I don't know. You just don't. It's really easy.
amen, amen. That's
Rule number
the
2.
rule.
And I tell my friends this. Hey, if you say the N-word and someone gets mad, I'm gonna help beat you up. You're on your own. All right. Like I'm a good friend. Like if my kid drops that because he goes to a mostly black school, I'm terrified of him saying it. By the way, but I know one day it might happen. Okay. He's on his own. I love him to death, but sorry, dude, you gotta learn a lesson.
Yo, I can't wait. I'm gonna meet your kids first. I'm like, what up, little nigga?
Yeah. Be like, oh.
I can't wait.
I'd be like, yes, this is Big Mike. You can call him Big Mike, Mr. Big Mike.
Can I call him big nigga? He called me little nigga.
You got to take that up with him, son. He'll snuff you out. I remember, like, when I first started doing comedy, we were outside of the Lair, and it was, like, this white chick. I don't even think, like, you had known her for that long, but she was, like, trying to break down every scenario with, like, can I say the N-word in this scenario? Like, but what if I was rapping? Can I say it? But what if I married a black guy? Can I say it? And the whole time I'm just thinking, no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Please don't.
Yeah.
This is uncomfortable for me.
It's weird because I've had those conversations and I'm just like, you're sitting here asking those questions. You already know the answer. Like, they know.
You're gonna say it anyways, first and foremost.
It's like if you're sitting here asking me that, then you want me at some point to be yes to any one of those so that you can confirm in yourself and be like, oh, okay, I'm not a piece of shit.
The one black guy that I knew said it was okay.
Yeah, and it's like, nah, man.
All right. To make this more uncomfortable.
Yeah.
As a white man, as a white man addressing you, not that I'm like, this is Black Mike or this is African American Mike.
Nigga Mike.
Okay. Yeah. I'll work on that. That's hey honey, I got fired today from what? My podcast. Yeah. You haven't even uploaded an episode.
Hot Mike.
Hot Mike. Yeah, hot mic'd with Big Mike.
Hot Mike with Big Mike. Oh, dude, that's
There it is.
Thank you.
And then my website is mormonjordan.com. We'll get in more of that.
When they actually become things.
Yes. When I get a tour date going.
I have to say one thing. I can't get emotional. I can't my emotions be affected by a group of people saying a word that still use phrases like okie dokie or no, I can't. No.
It's a great day in the neighborhood today.
Yeah. The bee's knees?
Oh.
No, I can't. No. You come on now.
Okie dokie.
Like, yeah, nah. Yeah.
That's fair. That is
there's
fair.
There's no fear. I don't know.
That's up there with like living the dream.
Yeah. Dreaming are you dreaming to live or living the dream?
I like to say this. It's like they're like, how you doing? I'm like, living the dream, dating the prom queen, and they're like, ha ha ha, ha. And I'm like, I was homeschooled.
Was your wife prom queen?
That was the joke. I was homeschooled. My wife was the prom queen. We're siblings.
She could have been.
I was.
Oh.
See.
Oh.
The gas station attendants, when I say that, they love it.
Georgia,
They're like,
Georgia.
I know, it's more like Alabama, but
yeah, no, oh man, wow.
Did you know they still do the Georgia Light Show at Stone Mountain? Okay, so they there's this light show on Stone Mountain. You know Stone Mountain, right?
I know
Yeah,
Stone
they've got all
Mountain.
those wonderful generals from the War of Northern Aggression.
Rest in peace.
Good old fucking
Those great
Robert E.
Southern
Lee.
heroes that fought for our land and our cotton fields.
First they take down our damn statues. Next they're gonna take down Stone Mountain.
They wanted to say it was about the slavery, but let me tell you something. Them niggers were happier where they were at.
They were getting paid in some
They were
senses,
getting-
and they had 3 square meals, and we gave them jobs.
You can't say that. We gave them jobs. And look what happened. They were free. They couldn't go nowhere.
Couldn't
they
read?
just stayed.
What?
They couldn't. These motherfuckers, bro.
Wow.
Oh, shit.
Golly. Okie dokie.
All right.
I forgot what we were talking about. But I do have
Stone Mountain Light
Stone
Show.
Mountain the light show. Yeah. So all right. So like every Friday or whatever, you'd go to the Stone Mountain Park. You'd lay a blanket down, and they did this cool light show and like fireworks and stuff. But they do it right in front of the statue of all the Confederate generals. And then they'd play and open up with "The Devil Went Down to Georgia." And I always thought it was super ironic because it'd be like lasers pointing at Robert E. Lee and Stonewall Jackson. It's like, the devil went down to Georgia. He was looking for a soul to steal. He was in a bind. He was way behind. He was looking to make a deal.
You actually know the words.
I was from Georgia. I mean, like, I didn't. My first words were, "Boy, let me tell you what." Down, down, down.
Is that how you know you're true Georgian blood? If when you come out of the womb, that just starts playing faintly as the crown, you crown, and then it just gets louder.
They just pull me up on my foot. They're like, "He did it." This guy, his name's Johnny, and he's gonna be Johnny Sins.
It's that or Cotton Eye Joe. If they play Cotton Eye Joe, oh
Get out
Lord,
the beat and got nine Joe. I was like, "Ooh, my
he's gonna be an alcoholic.
God, what were the other songs for the fucking 7th grade dances? Yeah, he's gonna be an alcoholic."
if he comes out the womb and Cotton Eye Joe starts playing, that boy's gonna be a drinker. He's gonna be a troublesome one.
My favorite one was growing up was "A Little Bit of Monica in My Life." That was a Georgia song.
What?
Because we're all about them hoes and different area codes.
Oh
God, that was
my
no!
God.
Stop,
Yep,
Jordan.
this is why I need the soundboard.
Oy, 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 oy.
Help! Police! Help!
Do you ever think the big soda industry and the big alcohol industry are like working together? Like the big soda's grooming for
100%.
big alcohol?
100%, bro. There's no way they're not hand in hand, bro. There's no way they're not.
All right, then this is gonna make sense to you. Surge and Four Locos. They're fucking
Holy
prepping us for that shit.
Holy, that was the first alcoholic drink I ever drank was a Four Loko, bro.
The original, right?
Back, yeah,
The-
like 09.
that had like legit liquor in
Right,
it.
like literally, it was the 6 months before they stopped doing it. Yeah, it had liquor, but it also had all the caffeine and the guaran and
yeah.
the taurine and shit. It was a full energy drink with alcohol.
We would pregame those before we would go out.
Yeah.
Like at the pool on
Yeah,
Sundays
bro,
or
15,
like
I
during the
was
day.
15, 16.
Fuck
And we
yeah.
were getting throwed. We would each get like 1 or 2 of those and then go to a field party.
I did a backflip, Mike. And I am not athletic. I had 1 Four Loko and I did a backflip, okay?
I got away
Into a pool.
Damn,
But
okay. Damn. Four Locos make you do shit.
yeah,
That
they
you
made me
never thought.
4 crazies.
I remember, bro. I busted through this chick's
Nice.
the police, bro.
Oh.
Oh my god, no. Let me tell you about this night. All right, so I'm like 16, and we're at this. It's Alabama, bro. So, but like where I stayed at was kind of like a suburban area in our high school. It was big. It was like the biggest high school in Alabama, and our rivals were in Harvest. That was like the Sticks. It was, yeah, bro. It was out there, but that's.
I wonder why it was called Harvest.
Harvest, bro. Yeah, it was just farms and shit. But me and my homies, we had friends who went to Sparkman. That was the rival school, so we would be invited to all those parties. We had to keep our cool. We had to walk a certain way, but yeah, we were still cool.
Like with a little bit of lump.
But it was a party out there at this chick's house. Her parents were out of town, and it's right. The house was literally on like the main thoroughfare. I believe it was right off of not 72, right off of Sullivan, and it turned into I forget the name. It's been years, but it's like off of like Highway 53. Anyone that's down there, they knows what I'm talking about. Going to Sparkman, going into Harvest, and her house is right on the main road, like right on the main road, and people are parking all in the neighborhood around the corner, and it's a high school party. Me and the homies, we're in the garage. We had just smoked the joint. We were smoking. You know, we had drank. I had drank like a couple Locos beers, lit. My intuition starts to kick in. I'm already like, this is hot. Either I feel like we're going to get into a fight because there's a couple other people, you know, that was, and
They were also amped up on Four Locos.
yeah, or the cops are gonna, and I'm feeling it. So I make my way. We're in the garage. And I make my way to the garage, like, you know, how garages have just a separate door, and that was led to the backyard, and I'm standing by it, and it's open. And I'm sitting there, and I'm like, hey, y'all, let's step outside, smoke a cigarette. And as the homies are coming over, the door to the garage bust open, and it's a gang of motherfuckers going, 5-0, 5-0, it's the Popo, it's the Popo. And I'm like, oh, I knew it. So I just turn and dip out the door. As I'm running, I look. The cops were already through the house on the back patio. The patio's screened in, and I'm like, oh shit, the flashlights are flying, and there's people pouring from like the other side of the house. I'm like, I look behind me seeing, and there's people pouring out. And I get to the back gate of the backyard, and I try to do it smooth. Like I tried to hit the latch and open it. I hit it just enough to where it gave out, and I broke the fuck out that gate. Bing! Metal went flying. I'm like, whoa! And I'm just sprinting down the road. I'm like, no holds barred. All of a sudden,
you just hear,
I'm lit. Every man for himself. And as I'm going there, I hear footsteps. I hear, screaming behind me. Everybody's going. I'm like, yeah, I'm leading the charge. And I'm not, as I get down the road, I realize there's nobody behind me. And I'm like,
ran them on.
Bro, everybody's dumbass went back to their cars, bro. And I turn around and see this. The cops had already barricaded the only exit that was right there. And I'm like, what? My homies, everybody. It was probably like 50, 75 people. And they're just like dispersing behind the house. And I'm just running down the street. And I turn around and I look, and the cops are like flashing lights at me. They're like pointing and yelling. And I'm just dipping. I'm going down the street. I'm not stopping. My big ass, I wasn't tired. Like, and I was an athlete. I was, an athlete at the time. So I was wrestling, boxing, playing football. But bro, I was just on this whole nother level. These Locos, I'm like, I'm not getting caught.
You felt the Loco go through
yeah,
you. You
bro.
were like, you extra burst.
I'm not getting caught.
You were like Crank.
If
like
these
Jason
dumbass
Statham.
motherfuckers, straight up, I'm going. And then I hit this corner, and I'm going. I hit this other street. I go down this block, and I hit this other street and going down. And then I hear the engine, and I see the lights about to hit the corner, and I just dip off the side of this house, bro. And I'm like behind this truck. I'm standing in the I'm like lying down in the grass between people's trash cans. See the cops spotlight. They go by. I wait like 5 minutes. I get back on the street. I'm gone. I didn't see another cop. I went down like another couple blocks, made a left, and then I looked down the street, and they still got it barricaded, bro. And I didn't have my cell phone.
Bro, thank God that wasn't 2023.
Bro, I didn't have my cell phone at the time, dog. We're in the middle of the country. I know the gas stations are at the street, so I basically circle the neighborhood. I'm in the cotton field, and I'm just watching everybody get arrested. I go to the other side of cotton field, and I'm just standing in the middle of the field by myself, watching people get arrested. And then it finally clears out. I don't know where my homies are. I walk down to the gas station. Because I'm like, I'm going to use their phone. I know the homie's number by heart. Because this is this.
Yeah, that was back in the day.
Yeah, bro. I knew everybody's number by heart.
I had 12 numbers memorized.
Dog, at least, minimum. I had probably 15. And as I pull up around the corner, bro. And it's been probably 45 minutes to an hour since they busted it. Like, that's how long I ran and just stayed safe and unarrested.
And unarrested.
I see the homies hanging outside of my boy James, homie's car. And I'll go from the middle of the street, Harvest, and they turn, Mike, and they run. We thought you were dead. Bro, they got arrested, but the homies, our homie's mom, like the homie's parents were super cool. We had a couple, they were like, they understood. They had been teenagers. They just wanted us to be safe. And that's why, like, I don't know, I was taught to party safely. I thank them. Thank Mr. and Mrs. Kamazar, Mr. and Mrs. Cook, for real.
You real
y'all
ones.
Y'all are amazing people.
So what happened? Like, did the cops actually arrest them, or was it just like, we're calling your parents?
There were so many people that they just made them call their parents. There was a few people that were a little too fucked up that they did have to, but it was legendary because every single person got busted. Every single person at that party got caught, but me. Yeah, it was. I felt proud.
Big Mike.
Yeah, dude. But I forgot the chick's name, but she was like asking like the next week, like, who broke her? Thankfully, I didn't go to the school, so everybody was like, "We don't know."
It was probably one of the
We
police
don't know.
officers.
Yeah,
we
no,
think.
it was the cops. It was the cops, and it was obviously like, bro, there were so many people behind me that saw me bust this bitch open. I'm glad everybody just kept. They didn't say anything.
Hey, snitches get stitches. All right.
Anyway.
I have one story about that. I had my job from Chick-fil-A saved me once. So I had at this house party, and this was probably like our third house party in 3 weeks. And the week before, we had this guy who's blackout drunk, who's trying to beat all of us up, like try and fight all of us. And his friend who had driven him, like, took him out into the front yard and beat the ever-loving shit out of him. It was loud. It was 2 a.m. So, the next week we have another party because why not? And this is, we got like 40, 50 people. Cops end up showing up. And one of my roommates at the time was 21. And he literally went downstairs, showed the police officer his ID, and was like, I've been upstairs all this time. I did not provide any of this. This like little bitch, and just went right back upstairs. Yeah.
No.
So my best friend, he saw that the cops were there, and he fucking hightailed it. And like we had this like mini backyard, but then it went up some stairs, and there's just a bunch of kudzu and stuff in the back.
Mm-hmm.
And he hightailed it past that, like was laying down in the kudzu. And
Oh my God.
oh, I know, real G right there.
Oh.
And so the cops come in. They're like, everybody get in the living room. I'm like, fuck. They're like, all right, this is what's going to happen. We're all going to arrest you guys tonight for underage drinking. And then he looks at me and goes, wait, how do I know you? He goes, you, come here. And I'm like, no. So he takes me to the other room. He goes, hey, just want to say thanks for all the free food you gave us at Chick-fil-A. I'm not going to arrest you guys tonight, but I am going to make you pour out all your alcohol, and I'm going to call your parents. And I was like, well, I live here, so call their parents, and you can watch me pour out the alcohol. And, yeah, Chick-fil-A saved my ass from potentially being – but come on, I mean, who doesn't get popped for underage every now and then, you know?
The only time I ever spent in jail in my whole life of all the dumb stuff I've done
Also because of Chick-fil-A.
was just it was just I was 19, and I could like if these stories, like the story about a cop like knowing me, got me out of some shit one night. Yeah, these are two totally different stories. The one minor in possession, I was 19 and had a beer. I called at McDonald's. It was so fucking
You had a
stupid.
beer at McDonald's and got arrested?
Dog. This
Were
story,
you drinking it in the McDonald's cup? Oh, come on.
bro? I had it was a 4-pack of Tall Boys, Yinglings, right? I drank 2 of them at the homie's house before I gave him one, so I only had 2 of them, right? And I leave to go meet up with another homie who's getting off work from Mickey D's. No, he worked we were meeting at Mickey D's. We were co-workers, and he was getting off of work where we worked at. It was a pizza place, and we were going to go smoke. We were going to chill, go smoke. So I'm like, yo, just meet me at McDonald's. I'm going to get some food. I'm hungry. So I get the food, drive through, and then pull and just park. It's like 12.
Hooligans
12:30.
loitering.
And he pulls up. He doesn't get any food. I'm sitting there eating my food. I just paid for food, ordered it. He pulls up, comes to my window. He's smoking a cigarette, and he's this long, blonde-haired, shaggy-looking motherfucker, like looking like a hair metal dude. That's literally what he was. And we talk for a second, and he goes and gets back in his car. As he's about to get in his car, lights pull up right behind us, block us in. Like, sir, do I get in the car? I'm like, what the fuck? And they ask me to step out of the car. I'm like, what the hell is going on? And they just come talking to us. And the first thing they ask, like, where's the weed at? And I'm like, huh? Like,
This is one cool cop.
bro, I'm like, what? He was like, y'all is there a drug deal going down? And we're like, I'm like, what are you talking? I look, and everybody in McDonald's is looking in the window, looking at us. I'm like, these motherfuckers thought a drug deal was going down. And they called the cops. And I'm like, no, he starts talking to us. And he's like, all right, which one of you's been drinking? I'm not going to let the homie go down.
Right.
First. So I'm like, it was me. I had, he's like, okay. Then he takes our IDs. He comes back and he said, you've been drinking, right? And I was 19. I was like, yes, sir. And he's all right, trying to put your hands behind your back.
Oh,
I'm like, God damn it. Like, I mean, I did admit to consumption. I'm like, at this point, I'm like, you fucking idiot. I'm thinking to myself, you are a fucking idiot. But I'm not going to let the homie go down for
Right.
anything because he was a really good dude. And they asked to search. They're like, "Where's the weed at? You have weed anywhere?" My homie's car, not my roommate, but my homie's car was so dirty. They started cleaning out. They started looking, and then it was like they just let him go because the shit was that dirty. Like this dude, like,
That's
yeah,
smart. That's
yeah,
actually
it
like
was
a
that
40
fucking
chess
dirty.
move right
Rappers
there.
of shit, and they're like, we're not gonna find anything, even if it is in here. So I'm like, dude, this is my parents, this is my mom's car. Like, there's nothing but like Bibles and like church stuff in there, bro. I don't have any drugs on me, dude. And I told them, I was like, I had these 2 beers. They found this. They found the 1 beer. Like, yeah, so you've been drinking. So they got me in consumption and possession of the one unopened. And I had to spend the weekend in jail because it was a Friday night. And that was, unfortunately, that story actually ties to what happened a year before that. Because the same cop that arrested me that night is the same cop that arrested my best friend a year before, and the night that I got away scot-free because I knew the other officer that showed up. So this is a different story. A year before I actually got arrested, this was summer after senior year, going into college. We go to a homie's apartment. We drink Locos, Mike's Hard Lemonades, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we get
Zimas.
those. And then we all are going back. There's 4 of us. Well, 3 of us going back to another homie's house. 4 of us going back to one in the homie's house. And we drove 2 separate cars. And it was a thing. Whoever, there was the big couch and the little couch. And so you wanted to get the big couch. And my big ass was like, I'm getting the fucking big couch, you motherfuckers. And so I was with Gary, and we're back on county line, and he's going like, it's like 45, the speed limit. He's going about 70 to get back. It's open road. And then we see it. We pass it. We're like, oh, fuck. Woo, woo. Pulls up. He's like, y'all been drinking? And we're like, no, dude. Like, what are you talking about? And he pulls Gary. He makes Gary blow. I'm in the passenger seat. I'm like, fuck. And then he makes me come out. And then by this time, the sergeant pulls up. I'm like, oh, shit. I know him. Like, I know this officer by name. I'm like, oh, hey, what's up? And he's like, you fucking idiot. He looks at me. He's like, you fucking idiot. And he's like, come here, Mike. Talk to me. He's like, I know you're smarter than this. I know you ain't got nothing. I know you're, but he's like, if you do, go ahead. And my dumb ass is like, shit, pop the trunk. I was like, what's good? He's like, they already had the homie. He blew.
Oh.
And I hadn't blown
Always
yet.
a mistake. Never blow.
Bro, I mean, where he was like 18, he blew, so he's already done. And so I'm trying to think, do I be honest? How do I get us out of this? He takes open the 2 Locos, pours them out, takes the grinder, the weed, chucks them. We're right next to a swamp. He just chucks them, and he's like, call your homies, call whoever else you were with, tell them to come pick you up, Mike. But Gary's got to, he's
got to do it.
The homie's got to go. And I'm just like, no. I'm like, dog, please. Like he's like, dude, this is the most I can do for you. Right? And the original officer that stopped us and arrested my friend was the same officer that arrested me.
That
So
sounds like a fucking prick.
I was like, yo, dude, do you remember this scenario? He's like, huh? No, not really. I was like, oh, yeah, I was part of that. Just so you know, you finally got me. And he was like, bro. And when I got into hold, everybody's looking at me. I'm telling people, like, when I actually get into main pop, and it's like, over the weekend, it's overpopulated by like at least 150, 200%. Like, I'm sleeping on a fucking cot in the middle of the floor with like 50 other people.
Yeah, because
and
crime
cells,
is just that bad out there.
And there's cells, bro. And people
it's not
ask
the cops.
Me, they're like, what are you in here for? And I told them, and they look at me, what the fuck? Oh, hell no, young blood, you gotta get out of here, man. You ain't supposed to be in here. It wasn't like I was small or anything. It was just like, I knew I wasn't supposed to be in that bitch. I was like, this is fucked up. And they knew it too. They could smell that I was like,
fresh meat.
Yeah, but at the same time, nobody fucked with me. I actually ended up seeing a couple people from like high school. I was like, hey, what's up, homie?
Hey, Richie, what up?
I was like, what you in here for? They were like, shit, And I'm like, oh, yeah, because the last time I saw you, we were doing illegal things. So it makes sense that you got caught for that. But
this is a wonderful time for me just to say I hate police officers. So if you're listening to this podcast and you're a police officer, you can email me and try to change my mind, but y'all suck.
I will take this opportunity as a black man to say, I do not hate the police. We just need reform, and we need
refund. We're gonna refund the police officers.
Reform. Man,
I'll say it, Mike. I'll say it for us.
The thing is, it's like coming from what I've seen and what I've known. I've completely at times am like, fuck the police. I can't stand these motherfuckers. I get physically angry when I hear about certain stories or watch certain shit, and I literally. But at the same time, I understand the humanity, but behind, there are a lot of good peace officers out there, police officers that do want to serve and protect their communities that they're in. And what I feel like with police, I mean, we got to really truly take a step back and listen to the people of the communities. We do need police officers, but we also need police officers that are there for the community, that are there to actually help and protect and to serve, and not just
because they got bullied in high school and have a
yeah.
power struggle complex.
Yeah, no, like,
I mean,
there are times where I'm like, yo, I'm glad, there's a fucking police officer right there. Cool. And then there's a lot more times though where I'm like, I get nervous, I get anxious, I get on a I'm like ready to get, physical.
You're
and
amped.
It's just the presence. But, I'm not,
Well,
I can't.
coming from me, I also get nervous and anxious and amped when I see police officers, but that's because I just automatically judge them. So you have a very much more like, hey, not every cop attitude.
Mm-hmm.
Not me.
But I have multiple experiences where I could easily let it be the opposite. Be like, fuck them, suck my dick. The amount of times I've been profiled with friends, but it's a lot.
That's why I think I'm
So-
going to start offering my services on Colfax. Like, if any cops show up, I'll be like, I got this, guys. Hi, Mr. Officer. What's going on?
Rental white guy.
Yeah. Wait. Raw.
Raw.
Rental White.
Rental white. Instead of rent-a-center, rental white.
This episode is brought to you by Rent a Guy, a white guy.
Specific.
We're raw. I have no
shit.
affiliation with the weed brand. Wow, I Mitch McConnell there for a second.
You did.
All right,
Well,
well,
we're sitting at 116.
116, which
11:59.
let's wrap it up. Let's give it up for one last plug I want to say. If y'all are listening, this week would be October 5th. Welcome to October, by the way.
Mhm.
I will not be hosting the open mic that I usually host. We are going to be taking a week hiatus and be back on the 12th. That's the only plug I have. I am going to be on a podcast on Thursday. So that's
Oh,
pretty cool.
yeah.
Yeah. I'll get some more info out to that. It's a sports podcast. This comedian was like, "Bro, you're so funny. I want you to talk about sports." Yes, that's what I thought too.
Yeah.
No,
He must not heard any of your jokes.
he saw my set. He saw my set on Friday in Atlanta, which
Oh. Is he deaf?
no, he's just newer too. So nah, man, that half mast joke, it was pretty good.
Did you approach him in the restroom?
No, I
Oh,
approached him at the table while my friend was just like really uncomfortable.
Oh.
But we're gonna talk about baseball playoffs because he's an O's fan, I'm a Braves fan, and
Nice.
it's the Braves, man. It's the playoffs. This is what I live for. So, anyways, thanks for listening,
That
y'all.
sounds boring. You probably just lost like half the people that
Yeah,
were going to
I
be
know.
interested.
We're gonna be talking about wrestling, and why baseball is a sport for old men, and we need to infuse it with the youths. Anyways, guys, it's been a fun time.
Hell yeah.
My name's Jordan Ward.
And I'm
You-
Big Mike. Oh.
You can check me out at Jordan_Ward32. That's my Instagram. And it's just gonna be pictures of me and my family. There are no comedy clips, so good luck.
And I'm Big Mike. You catch me on Instagram at mig2gs.bike. That's MIGG_bike_. That's on IG. Hit me up. Book me for any comedy that you need. I bring the funny and I bring the heat.
That's Mr. Big Mike to you.
Yeah, Mr. Big Mike assholes.
Yeah, and if you guys are desperate and want to book me, I'll be happy to take like a loose five.
No, they don't have to be desperate.
But then no, they got to be something. Be like, no, I'm just kidding.
If you want good, hard-hitting racial humor, hit up Jordan. I'm just kidding.
If you like anti-white racial humor,
Anti-white racial humor.
I'm your guy.
That's not
I'm
me.
one of
I
them
don't do
self-hating
that.
whites. Anyway,
Anyway, all right.
we will see you guys next week with another fun episode. There's gonna be lots of surprises.
Ooh, I don't even know about it. They got to be surprises.
I don't even know about it either. So,
Oh shit! Yeah, they're definitely surprises.
peace out.
Be easy.